Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Wednesday night ESFL Network presenting IXC 5 here on live on Twitch and on YouTube. We welcome you guys to a spectacular night of fights. I am your play-by-play and host for the night, Kingsley, and alongside me is Boiler. Boiler, how you doing today, man?
Doing well, boy. Doing well, Kingsley. I'm Boiler. Great to be here tonight. Another awesome night of fights. And IXC, one of my favorite affiliate leagues. I'm not going to pick favorites. It's hard, but they bring the pain. And really looking forward to IXC 5 tonight.
Absolutely. And there's a bunch of new changes that are coming with the new affiliate leagues, especially with IXC. They're actually going to be one of the main selected minor league fields in UFC 4. So it's going to be really interesting to see the new venue being played for these couple of fights. I mean, when we look at these fights, Boiler, I mean, there's a lot of great potential that might be possibly making their way up to the ESFL. So what fights are we looking for when we look at these fights?
Well, so we got a lot of new faces, but a lot of former champions, even a couple current champions. The main event, BeerBong versus Irishness. Always a fan of BeerBongs and BMWs, so I'm looking forward to that main event versus Irish as well. But just going down the line, might as well. The co-main, Silent Ninja and Lazy Colt. Silent Ninja did some work, long time IXC veteran. Another great fight we're looking at, young Killix versus Stee. Now that is going to be super interesting. I mean, really, let's go to start us off. That fight in itself, we're looking at Los Papooses. I love that name because I love to eat pupusas. If you guys don't know what pupusas are, check them out. Versus Haze, new to IXC, but he's going to be trying to take some shine off of Los Papooses and a few other awesome fights too. So really, from top to bottom, going to be some slobber knockers, as they say.
Definitely 6 fights of amazing potential, especially with our co-main and our 5-round main event. We are excited to bring all these fights to you guys right here, right now. And as you said, starting with our first fight, it's going to be Haze versus Los Papooses. I mean, when you look at these two competitors, what does it say on the scouting report right here, Boiler?
For sure, we'll start with Papooses, who will be in the red corner here. One of the newer guys. I think I saw his debut a few weeks ago. I'm pretty sure I was on that call. His goal in the UFC is to win gold, plain and simple. Wants to accomplish that, not just by winning, but being undefeated. We'll see if that can hold tonight. Expects this fight to go smoothly, though. So, Haze, on the other hand, very promising young talent. Well, has beaten some of the better names on IXC roster. He wants to be a tough fight for anybody, even if he loses. He wants to be the greatest, but really wants to put up a fight no matter what. Super tough. Describes himself well-rounded, but really a striker at heart, and trying to go for a knockout tonight, Kingsley. Knockout for Haze in the blue corner is his prediction.
And here we go. This is our first fight of IXC 5 here live on Twitch and on YouTube. Papooses in the red gloves using the Robert Whitaker, and then Kevin Gastelum being used by Haze, and already we've seen both guys use a little bit of distance. A nice overhand attempt gets blocked a little bit on the hands of Papooses. Papooses kind of on the back, but trying to go for a little bit of the slits, but Haze hit in his body shot, but a nice body shot of his own. Trying to get back, trying to change up his level a little bit and try to get a takedown right here. Gets a nice power slam right here, Boiler. Good maneuver so far.
Very nice slam. Very nice slam. It's tough to stand with Whitaker, so putting him on his back with a power slam is a nice way to do it. Of course, Whitaker's still pretty well-rounded, but Gastelum takes nice position and top him out. That's what you want to see out of Haze's corner to start this fight.
You definitely want to see it in his corner. And you're seeing it all the way put into half guard right here for Haze. Haze having some dominance in the top mount position, trying to deny some transition, trying to go to the ground and pound, but doesn't get it and gets reversed himself. Los is looking really good. He finally gets an opportunity to possibly go for the ground and pound under half way through the first round. And already we're going to see a little bit of half guard. He could have gone for the ground and pound, but doesn't really go for it.
No, he didn't. It was more used as a fake, but he's done nice denial right there. So he's in full control here, Papooses, and putting him into crucifix. Kingsley, run us through this, because this could be big trouble.
Big trouble. We've seen this countless times in the ESFL and the ESFL network. It's all about that personnel, and it seems like he got that personnel. And you see the head health getting lower and lower for Haze. Haze gets denied again, and we've seen this troubling situation before. Is he going to be able to get out of it? He is panicking a little bit. The head health is low, the stamina is low. Oh, but he gets a nice shift. But again, doesn't deny the second attempt at the crucifix, and this is the danger zone for Haze right here, Boiler.
Haze was so close to get knocked out and then escaped, but put right back into the crucifix, but he's taking too much damage. His stamina's at 0 right now, Kings. I don't know if he's going to survive.
He's not going to survive. That's the 6 now in the pot rub, and that is all that she wrote. Another just dominating victory from Los Papooses. I mean, he was taken down. He got hit with a power slam, but then once he got able to get in the top position and get into that crucifix, it just seems like Haze didn't have a single answer for that whole maneuver, Boiler.
No, very aggressive on the ground, starting from when he was on his back, but was able to reverse that over, get into half guard, faked a little bit of ground and pound, went straight to mount, got pushed to the side, then secured that crucifix, landed some nice elbows. It was a good effort by Haze to get out of there. He did at the nth hour, but guess what? Very quickly, like a pro, Papooses puts him right back in that crucifix. And man, that's a frustrating position to be in, but you got to stay away from it, and you can't let people reverse you. Otherwise, that'll happen. But great, good fight on both ends. I want to see kind of a rematch, to be honest, because they look like they're about to really bang on the feet. But hey, man, nice work to get that crucifix and that win right there.
Absolutely. I mean, if it's not broke, you don't fix it, especially when you go to the crucifix. And Boiler, from your expertise, what would you need to do? Because I've seen a lot of people go through that crucifix and you see them, it's either going left or right, and it's a 50-50 chance. And when you're in that situation, is it better to just not panic or just bide your time? What is your strategy when you have to defend a crucifix like that?
I actually thought he did a good job. Haze did a pretty good job of mixing that panic and being aggressive, but also not overreacting. You got to try to work the timing and kind of throw him off. It can't be predictable, but if it does come down to a 50-50, you're in big trouble. So yeah, you can't panic, but on the other hand, you can't take 6 elbows in a row. So at some point you're going to have to move, and he was able to do that, but quickly put back in that crucifix. I don't know if he missed the denial or it was just such a big stamina difference he couldn't prevent that second crucifix, or he just missed it. That's a rough one to take right there, but great top work. Very aggressive and nice top work for sure by Papooses.
Absolutely. We'll definitely see him on the next fight card for the IXC. Definitely going to be showing some good stuff. But speaking of good stuff, we have our second fight ready to go. They're in the fire selection. Right. It's going to be ICB Reaper. It's ICB Gun 72, and we finally know what ICB means for you.
I did see that, but I totally forgot. She's going to fill me in on that on the other side.
Well, ICB stands for In Cold Blood. So it's the In Cold Blood camp for guns, and it's been taken over kind of the ESFL network scene. We've been seeing Doctor and Dragon and now Reaper and Guns. I mean, there's some stuff on the scout report, like one of these guys are new to the ICB clan.
Yeah, no, you're right. Absolutely about ICB. I saw them pop up at least a month ago, maybe longer, in the ESFL. Several of them coming around. I know that they told us what ICB was, and I drew up that blank when you're live on air. You're like, oh, crap, what was ICB? But glad you brought that up. We got Reaper here looking at his notes. 0-2 in this type of competitive atmosphere. So, recently, but former IXC middleweight champ in a past life, apparently. Very strong ground game. Reaper's goal, become one of the best in the game. Are you ready? Train with his team, learn all he can. He's a strong grappler with a small amount of pressure fighting. Guns, on the other hand, number 69 in the world on the recent leaderboards. One of the newest members of ICB, so looks like we got a friendly little exhibition here. Goals are always to compete against the best and put on a show, win or loss, always in the rankings. So perfect little matchup here. We got DJ versus TJ as well.
TJ versus DJ, we got a team fight matchup with ICB, and you have to think, since they're both in the same group, you have to think, do they spar against each other? Oh, we already see a rock and an uppercut. Vicious uppercut from Reaper. Reaper, is he going to end it right here? Oh my goodness! That's close. ICB Reaper, you're finally getting it in win column to be 1-2 against his teammate in ICB Guns. As ICB Reaper with a vicious rock into the uppercut when the opponent was sliding down. Huge knockout victory for ICB Reaper right there, Boiler.
that was no joke. He came out the way. He finished him way more quickly and efficiently than I gave his scouting report. So big props right there to that massive knockout. That's got to be one of the fastest in IXC history. I don't know. We'll check in the back, but wow, he was vicious, and that killer instinct was apparent for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, when you were going over the scouting report, we saw at the beginning of that first round, and we already saw the game plan from Reaper, which is pressure his opponent, just make sure he wasn't comfortable trying to get in his rhythm. And then once we saw the Rock, it seemed like Guns was kind of taken aback. He wasn't expecting that pressure to be full in. He was trying to slip it, and then he just made the fateful mistake of just staying there too long and getting hit with a vicious uppercut. And granted, when you're in that ground and pound posture up and the screen is going red, you're able to defend it, but it just didn't seem like he had enough, or it was just too unpredictable to get the knockout defense going. And Reaper, kudos to him. He got the victory that he wanted. Yeah,
very fast flurry, very, very nice ground and pound finish, to be honest. There is skill to that. And it's so funny that you say that. And it's so funny that the one bullet point that I did not cover during the scouting report is this. This is what Reaper said. I expect him to come out aggressive. I'm most likely going for his legs to slow him down. So yeah, I didn't stick to the method, but didn't need to, I guess.
I think we saw Guns go for a takedown, but it was easily denied by Reaper, and then it came out as like a whole boxing match, a little bit of fight night scenario right there. So good knockout, good win. He finally gets to win. He's going to be 1-2, and Guns, he's going to be 0-1 possibly in the rankings for IXC. So hopefully we get to see these guys further on the name of In Cold Blood team. So we'll see how that goes. But already 2 fights down, and we still have 4 more to go here, Boiler. And our next fight is looking to be a battle of the veterans in the IXC standings, as Canayo 1-1 is going to go against Shells 2K right here, Boiler.
First thing I notice here is, look, 1-0. They've only played each other once, at least under these accounts, right? And we got a win for Canayo in that. But Shells looking to change that. Picking Volk, it looks like. Let's go look at Shells in his scouting report. 1-2 in IXC/ESFL events. Promising new prospect with a lot of potential. A lot of wins over some high-ranking IXC names. Shells says, and this is a quote, "I'm determined to prove my worth within the ESFL community, show that I can hang with some of the best there are." He's a technical kickboxer, looking to pick apart his opponent, and he's looking for a tough, he knows this is going to be a tough test. I mean, he knows his opponent's a 2-time former champ, so this will be interesting. Going to Canayo, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but his goal is to become a 2-weight champion. He already did that, as we noted just earlier. So now he's trying to get on the ESFL roster and make it to the big time, you know? Very boxing-based is Canayo, which is slime balls on this. So boxing-based versus a kickboxer and Shells. That's what we're tuned up to see here. Finally, Canayo looking for a knockout, expecting a war.
He's expecting a war. He's already getting one here at the Action Avenue, the new home for IXC for future cards for them. And Chelsea K already getting a nice reversal, getting into half guard position, and now he's going to go for the posture of getting some hooks in, but a nice denial from Canayo, whatever you say it. He's putting on some good defense, going back into the full guard situation right here. And already we've seen Shells just being calm, being patient, going to the posture of ground and pound, getting some nice attacks to the head, draining that head health a little bit, but a nice get up from Canayo. Canayo, now let's see what he can do on the posture. He gets a nice front kick, tries to go for uppercut, but a nice slip straight to the face from his opponent. Shells is looking to put on the pressure right here, Boiler.
He is, and as Volk, that is the formula for success. You want to use that crazy power and speed and those short limbs to have some of that close combat action. So especially against like Poirier here at featherweight. I believe this is featherweight. Maybe it was lightweight, but I believe it's featherweight. So you want to get up in Poirier's face for sure.
Absolutely. We saw Shells 2K do a nice little 1-2 check of the leg kick that Canayo was trying to do right here, and he seemed to be in his rhythm. He's making his opponent whiff a little bit more, and now both guys trying to land some body uppercuts to the body a little bit, but a nice head kick landing for Canayo. Canayo looking like he's getting some momentum back, but he's got to watch out for those overhands. It looks like Chelsea K, he's going to try to go for the home run hit sooner or later, but both guys looking really good for striking.
Yeah, no, we're seeing some good boxing here, some pressure, but not overt spam, if we will call it that, right? Both of them throwing good 2, 3, 4 strike combos, but being measured about it. And now we're seeing a takedown here. Got a takedown, Kingsley.
It's just takedown from Canayo. Canayo definitely needed that, but again gets reversed again. His second reversal. Shelsuke finally getting the posture up right here, and now the ground and pound. This is where he needs to do most of his damage, most of his work. Canayo was able to defend some of those hooks on the right side, but not enough to avoid any damage. And now we're just seeing those transition fakes into a posture up, and this is where he wanted. Doesn't land any strikes, but that's a good maneuver if he wants to get his opponent out of rhythm. But now we see Canayo's back to the cage as he finally gets to stand out with 30 seconds left to go in this first round right here. And so far, so good for Shells. I mean, he was able to get taken down, but nice ability to just use that posture up ground and pound to get some damage on his opponent.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what he's doing there. Staying on the cage, took some damage. That controller died or something, but he's back alive. Not the best way to end that round, but otherwise pretty dominant. Worked a little ground and pound and a little on the feet, so I'm pretty sure get a victory that round at least to him.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen before when someone's controller actually died on the ESFL broadcast and lose. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Maybe he just tried to drain the time down for the last couple of seconds, but we'll see how this second round goes as we see Shelsuke. He was able to get some more ground and pound and some head health down for Canayo. So Canayo, it's up to him if he wants to get his revenge and adapt as we're already in the thick of the second round right here, boy.
Shells ran in and just threw an elbow right to the face, and it connected pretty nice against Canayo's skull. But Canayo responds with a takedown with Poirier on top. Pretty interesting, but if you can keep Volk on his back, that might help. That might help. Let's see if he throws any of these shots to the body. With that most recent tuner, damage to the body, ground and pound is a lot more. I'd like to see if he can throw some to the body there.
Already, we saw Canayo. He tries to go for the posture up, but he goes up and he gets hit with a head kick. And now both guys are just brawling as we just saw some vicious body hooks from the likes of Shelsuke. Shelsuke is just landing hooks. Oh, but he gets a little flash of rock. His head was blinking a little bit. Canayo finding some rhythm back. If you want to trade with him, you have to be careful. If you just use the wrong move, you might get pieced up with an uppercut or maybe an overhand. But nice side up. Oh, we see a vicious rock. The overhand lands for Shelsuke. Shelsuke on the warpath. He's smelling blood in the water, but again, Canayo able to survive. But good showing from Shelsuke to get that overhand.
Yeah, no, they were both. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful way to take the momentum back, or at least try, because he was getting pieced up there. Shells was getting pieced up. That big overhand changed it. Now it's pretty even at this point. Unfortunately, Shells is taking a little bit of damage. Look how low his head health is there.
Vicious rock on the heads of Shelsuke. Shelsuke has to move back a little bit. He tries to go for a takedown, but gets denied into a sprawl. Canayo is looking really good. It seems like he's adapting to what happened in the first round, and now he's into half guard. He's going to side control. Let's see if he goes for a posture or maybe a crucifix. That could be a chance. But now we're back in the sprawl, and so far Canayo answering back very successfully right here, Boiler.
Yeah, he's kind of in the driver's seat at this point, especially with that denial of the stand-up attempt. So he's in the driver's, just putting that damage into the body, not stalling, but taking control time, right? So working out for him right now with about 1:30 to go.
Now we're back into a clinch and a nice exit hook, I think, on the left side of Canayo. Now Canayo trying to fight very much in the fumble. He's backing up a little bit, but we see Shelsuke just consistently pressuring his opponent, trying to disrupt that blockade a little bit. But a nice 1-2 for Canayo, and oh, we see a rock right here into the clinch, and a nice uppercut landing. Canayo smelling the blood in the water again. Oh, but a vicious uppercut landing. This could be it, Boiler.
I think it. Oh, I can't believe it's right. I was about ready to call it as that being it, but Volk's got iron will, so he's still rolling. And so does Shells, but he is on his last legs, literally and figuratively.
He's on his last legs, but he whipped the head kick. Canayo whipped the head kick. Now he's taunting against Shelsuke, saying he's got this fight. I mean, there's only 5 seconds left in this second round right here, but both guys have some bright moments, but no one could really say they have a full control of this whole fight right here, Boiler.
There's one particular exchange when Shells got knocked down that unfortunately cost him big time, and I don't know if it cost him this fight, but it's not going to help he was hurt. He was up against the cage, but he had survived, and he was trying to get around, turn the corner, get away. Instead of staying on his bicycle, he tried to throw a three-piece. Missed those strikes. And guess what? Canayo came right back with some big strikes, knocked him down. So he tried to bring that aggression, but maybe he should have kept a little more defensive on that. That cost him big time that round, unfortunately.
This is the third and final round of our third fight here on IXC 5. And oh, vicious uppercut landing to the face of Shelsuke already on the back foot like in the second round. But nice body shots landing to counter the ability. Oh, tries to go for a front kick. Doesn't land. Oh, but we see a rock to the face of Shelsuke. Shelsuke still trying to fight, but Canayo filling his rhythm with the side stuff. Oh, a vicious hook on the right side. Canayo almost low. The head hook is so low. Shelsuke entering back successfully again, and now the pressure is going consistently. But will he make a fateful mistake? Tries to go for overhead, doesn't land. Canayo trying to land that 1-2 into an uppercut, doesn't land. Both guys, take a breath here, Boiler. It's going to be insane for these couple seconds.
Man, both of them are working to each fighter's benefit. Poirier just using
the front kick!
Big shot! Wow!
Front kick into a knockdown. Should that be all that she wrote? Shelsuke alive!
I can't believe
goodness.
that. I can't believe he survived Kingsley. I never survive when I play and get hurt that bad. So Shells is on his 9th life, but he's still throwing big bombs.
On the Black Cat of Action Avenue in the IXT arena. Both guys trying to go for hooks. Let's see if a front kick lands or maybe over. Oh, another straight landing, knocking down Shells. He's taunting again, gets a straight into the face of Shells. Shells gets hooked again, back to the cage. Is that it? Will it be? And yes, it is.
Wow, man.
A victory over Shells 2K. What an incredible third round right Boiler.
That was tons of action, Kingsley. Geez, there's just so much. It's hard to describe. Both of them showed tons of heart, but really, Canayo for sticking to the game plan, continuing to use that jab, not overcommitting, but staying aggressive at the same time, you know, using that Poirier power and toughness, but not getting caught in the pocket against Volkanovski's tornado combos. So tons of action and great work by Canayo. Shells, great survival and attempt there, but tough loss, man. Back to the drawing board.
Absolutely. I mean, it could have gone anybody's way. I mean, Canayo, he taunted in the second round and taunted in the third round. Well, he could have easily gotten rocked. I mean, he got able to be sidestepped, and if Shelsuke was able to just land more damaging body blows, that could be all that she wrote, because he had his opportunities and his moments. It looked like it was going to be pretty dominant from the first and second round, but kudos for both of these guys for putting on an amazing fight, and Canayo for just adapting and finding his way to just land those strikes into the head and those front kicks. Those front kicks changed the momentum instantly in those fights right there, Boiler.
Oh, he did a great job using Poirier's up close attacks, that elbow and some uppercuts, but also, like you said, that long front kick, even some body kicks. And so whether it was long range, short range, in between, he was trying to dominate that. So beautiful work, really.
Beautiful work. And again, we are at the halfway point of IXC 5 live here on Twitch and on YouTube. Your main event will be Irishness versus BeerBongs and BMWs, and it's going to be an exciting 5-round main event fight that you guys don't want to miss. We're also have a Discord. If you want to be a part of these fights, you could be one of our affiliate leagues like IXC, UFL, and Primetime. If you want to be a part of the show, definitely be on our Discord and join the community. I mean, there's going to be bigger and better things. I mean, we have Project Epcot later on in the wings for all these competitors, and also ESFL on Saturdays. That's going to be having a big title fight, possibly. Not this for sure. I know there's going to be a big fight card for Saturday, and as always, on Wednesday nights, we have the ESFL network showing these affiliate leagues. So you definitely want to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You definitely want to follow the Twitch channel. A lot of bigger and better things are happening, and we can't wait for you guys to see it. But speaking of things that we can't wait to see, we have our next fight ready to go, and it seems like they're already past the fighter selection screen. It's going to be Stee versus Young Killix. And when you see both of these guys' resume, it looks incredible for these standings.
Really, it does. Really, it does. Looking at Stee as the McGregor, both McGregors. So first off, they fought each other 3 times, 2-1 with Stee. But you know, this looks like a good rivalry here. Stee, as of today, number 25 in the world unranked, 8-0, undefeated IXC featherweight champion. Suffice to say, there's tons of skill, and he has the potential to finish anywhere it goes. Stee, here's his quotes. I'm a counterpuncher. I try to evade and bang in shots using kicks to keep distance. I always try to finish early, flashy KO. Young Killix, on the other hand, longtime IXC veteran, former IXC middleweight champion, 3-1 since IXC has been an affiliate of ESFL.
Oh, uppercut!
Yeah, I know, the action is going, so I'm going to hand it over to you. He expects a tough fight, and he's a pressure fighter, Killix. So they're begging right now. Have at it, Kingsley.
Yeah, I mean, we're already in the thick of this first round right here of our fourth fight here in proper Stee. He's currently the IXC featherweight champion, A&O. Get the vicious uppercut with the Conor McGregor. Oh, just whips the overhand. Young Killix is kind of back of foot a little bit. Even though he's pressuring up, he needs to watch out for these trades because he can't get hit in the body and whip on these strikes right here. Oh, but he lands a vicious combination with the uppercut landing on the face of Steve. Both guys proven veterans of the IXC, proven champions before, and we're already seeing a rock back and forth with these vicious uppercuts landing. Boiler, so far so good for both these competitors.
Definitely, no. If you're fighting against McGregor, it's very dangerous. If you are using McGregor, it's very dangerous. When it's a mirror match with McGregor, it's very, very dangerous. So that's describing what I'm seeing here. Both guys super close to hurting each other bad, but also playing some good defense. So no one's been taken out too badly yet.
Yeah, it seems like both guys know what they want to do. We saw the spinning kick to the body from Stee. If he whips on that, that could leave up an opening for Young Killix. But Young Killix, he needs to watch out for those head kicks. He needs to not whip. He's getting hit with the body, and he's losing a lot of stamina, especially if he's whipping those uppercuts right there. But Stee, he's also trying to land those uppercuts, but he's also whipping as well. It seems like whoever gets the body shots a little bit more is going to win this fight. And already an overhand landing after the head kick. Oh, but we're doing a little capoeira. Guys just flipping under those kicks. My goodness, already it might as well be a Tekken match with Eddie being used, as both guys are just going for headshots and just kicks out the wazoo. This has been an incredible spectacle that we're seeing so far. Nothing but fireworks.
Good stuff. I'm not sure about the strategic choice of that by Stee. I think if he had used a little more conservative combo, he could have knocked him on his butt. But on the flip side, if he had landed with that crazy kick, it could have been a KO. Regardless, he's working the body. As you noted, Young Killix losing that stamina from whiffing and taking multiple shots to the gut. So we're going well for Stee here.
Yeah. Left straight from Stee, and that brings the head to the canvas again. Boiler, sorry to cut you off, but this action has been fast and furious, and Stee, he's looking trying to get the front kick, but not able to land. And you have to think, every time they go for these body shots very close, there's a lot of trouble that comes to it, because even though you're getting the body shots in, you leaving yourself up to get like struck in the head held as we end the first round right there, Boiler.
Yeah, no, they're both landing big time, but all it takes is for one of them to adapt to that spinning back kick. We may see a huge counter opportunity. So that's what Boiler's looking for here in the second round. If either of them can sidestep or lunge that thing, make the other person pay big time.
Also, this is our fourth fight of our IXC 5 fight card. Proper Stee in the red gloves with Young Killix in the blue. Oh, the head kick lands again. He thought that was going to go to the body, have another avenue. Oh, and now he's switching up the kicks a little bit adaptability. He said, you thought you know what's going to happen in the first round. Oh, but once you go for a head kick that close, you're leaving yourself up to the hooks, and he paid for it dearly with the head held. Stee needs to find a way to use those head kicks a little bit more strategically, but Young Killix, he's doing well in the face of adversity. He's landing with the body shots, but he needs to watch out because he can't use so much of his stamina. Oh, but a vicious rock landing on the hands of Young Killix. Young Killix able to get a rock, but Stee able to come back in and still strike with them, Boiler.
Yes, Stee is, just as I was about to say, he was using a little bit too much kicks. He landed a couple big ones, but as you were noting, he was throwing kicks from a little too up close. You're using Conor McGregor. He used that left hand up close. But there he goes. He does it and finishes with a kick there, Kingsley.
Vicious head kick into a clinch attempt. Proper Stee able to knock down this opponent. That's going to score points in the judge's eyes right there. And again, I don't think they're going to have much stamina going into the third round. If they keep up this kind of pace, we're trying to see the uppercuts landing, and nice head kick disrupts the black gaze a little bit, but Stee still trying to pressure up a little bit more. Maybe he's trying to set up another body shot. He does land it, but again, Young Killix He's trying to find his range. He gives another nice body shot with the kick. Again, who's going to make that crucial mistake? And there's the crucial mistake as Young Killix able to get the knockdown. Will this be it? The ground and pound situation. Young Killix. Oh, he gets slipped out of it. And that head hook was so low. Stee might still have a shot here.
Ooh, man, I thought that was over potentially right there. He does survive, and he ends up on top here. He actually ends up on top. He's got his back with about 1:45 left. Shucks off the backpack attempt, going towards the center of the cage, but actually holds on and it brings him down. Killix not able to disengage.
Just like Velcro and glue, he is stuck upon you with the back clinch, takes his opponent down. And Stee, this is where he needs to make most of his opportunities, because with 1:14 left, you have to think he has to put on a lot of damage, especially with his stamina so low. Young Killix barely has any stamina to just combat with all these transitions, and he gets a nice now. This could be trouble for Young Killix here, Boiler.
Oh, but Stee just made a big mistake. Went straight through that mount and got denied. He had so much advantage that he just lost. Now he still has 40 seconds, still can do tons of damage, but he did lose the initiative a little bit there.
Oh, but that's it!
Oh,
that's it!
Oh, wow.
Just like that, we see proper Stee, big 9-0, and just defeat a game. Young Killix, that was a crazy fight. We saw a lot of fireworks with the Conor McGregor mirror match, but when it came down to it, that crucial sequence as when Young Killix was able to deny the backpack scenario, he was able to take down his opponent and just able to get the timeout, and that's when he landed the 2 straights to the face, and that was all that she wrote as Stee gets the victory against Young Killix right there, Boiler.
You know, that's a perfect example of the commentator's curse, because I said, oh, he missed his opportunity to ground and pound. You know, he does literally, as I say, that puts together 3-4 strikes in a row that all land. Finished by that left hand of McGregor. As they say, great strikers on the feet usually carry that power to ground and pound. So, hey, man, when the going got tough, he whooped that ass. So, great job.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a heck of a fight. I wonder what the people are going to think. What is fight night? I mean, we saw the co-main and the main event fight, but that was a heck of a fight that we saw right there. So I'm actually excited to see what they do at the next affiliate fight card on IXC 6. Hopefully these guys get like even better fights and maybe get a win for themselves. Maybe Stee can continue on his win streak, and then Young Killix go back into the lab, could get a victory of his own to rebound from this crucial loss that he just suffered, since he is now to be 3-2.
Yeah, that is a tough loss there for Young Killix, to be honest. But hey, look what, being 3-2 is the end of the world. It's still a winning record. Still 60% win percentage. A lot of people wish they had that. Okay, so get back in the lab. Maybe find a camp. See if you can find a camp to join, or switch camps if you're in one. I'm not saying do that specifically, Young Killix. I'm not sure about your situation, but I'm just saying, maybe get back in the lab, take a week or 2 off, retool. Looked good. Young Killix did not look bad at all. But Stee just came out in a couple of those exchanges a little better, and especially there towards the end. I mean, that killer instinct, that little edge makes all the difference, and you get that finish like that. So good fight all around, though.
Absolutely. And we are on to our co-main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. This has a very matchup in the wings. It's going to be the veteran Silent Ninja versus Lazy Colt in this co-main, and it's going to be an amazing matchup right here. What do you have on the scouting report for both of these gentlemen right here?
All right. Looks like the Ninja 2-1 in this matchup. Lazy Colt's got one of those victories. They're going to be at lightweight. Looks like what they're going in. So Lazy Colt, let's get through him on the scouting report first. Another longtime IXC veteran that's been around since day one. Day one, Kingsley, not just a Johnny-come-lately. Look, he's got literally 4 words for the rest of the scouting report. Ready? Number 1, knock them out. Number 2, pressure. So Lazy Colt, knock them out and pressure. That's all he's got. That's all he wants to do. Silent Ninja, another longtime IXC veteran that's been around since day one. Very tricky stand-up for Mr. Ninja. Put anyone to sleep at any time. Very underrated, but still very much respected as an OG IXC. He considers himself a high-level striker, attack like a Spartan, evade like a ninja. The fight's going to be a war. Wherever it ends up, he's going to be ready. Silent Ninja coming at you as looks like Anthony Pettis. So It'll be a fun one, I think, here, Kingsley.
And here we go. It's going to be a fun one indeed in the co-main event here. Again, it's going to be Lazy Colt in the red gloves using the RDA pick, and then Silent Ninja being the Showtime Pettis pick, which I absolutely love. Let's see if we see any Showtime strikes here in this co-main event. And already a nice front kick landing on the face of RDA. Lazy Colt trying to play a little bit more in the center octagon. And already we're seeing a rock vicious knock by Silent Ninja. Silent but deadly is his name, and he's already coming out with a Showtime.
Ooh, that was attacking like a Spartan for sure, man. Double knockdown in a row. Beautiful. I like it. Keep that up. RDA, though, tough as nails, still coming straight at him. Lazy Colt is not going backwards, even though he got knocked down twice early, Kingsley.
Yeah, and you have to think, you said in the scouting report, Lazy Colt's game plan was to knock him out. Is he ever thought of the case that he might get knocked down himself? Is there any contingency plan? Because he's just getting pressured again, and a vicious knockdown into the ground and pound. Could this be it? The head health is low, but Silent Ninja able to just not able to finish the deal, but already to a good start. 2 knockdowns, getting denials on the ground, and now he's in the top mount boiler. This is all his fight, but even the stamina is so low, and he's gonna stand him up. Good strategy.
Oh wow, yeah, I mean, I guess so. He had full mount, even though he had no stamina. I thought Ninja would sit there as best as he could, but lets him right back up, and they're slugging away. Like you said, does Lazy Colt have a contingency plan, a plan B, or does he need one? Or apparently live and die by his pressure. We'll see what happens here with Lazy Colt.
Everyone says everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth, and Lazy Colt got punched in the mouth twice, getting knocked down. Now let's see if he can rebound. He's getting some nice uppercuts. He was able to hit the head a little bit, but again, these body shots, these head kicks, he needs to watch out for. Showtime Pettis is used to being in these strikes, and also a nice catch from Silent Ninja, but a nice head kick landed for Colt. Colt able to get some points back, but again, these block gauge destroys from Silent Ninja. Silent Ninja is just coming with the pressure, but the other thing, if you're Silent Ninja, you need to watch out for the stamina and your head health, because you can't think you have this fight already in the bag.
Definitely not. I see it all the time in competitive play where you come out, guns blazing, kick some butt in the first round, and guess what? You either get too confident and or blow your gas tank, and you lose in that second or third round. So we'll see if Ninja is able to take that into account, but also continue to be aggressive, because he does have the advantage here, and he could get that finish pretty early if he plays his cards right. Just needs to make sure he doesn't overcommit, I suppose is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. Let's see if they adapt in the second round. And we see in these replays right here that some of these guys, they're not staying still and landing these hooks. They're moving forward while they're landing these hooks, and that kind of takes a little bit longer to get your strikes out. So let's see if that caused a costly mistake in the second round right here. Again, this is our co-main event of IXC 5 here, live on the ESFL network. Silent Ninja in the blue gloves using Showtime Paris. Lazy Colt in the red gloves using RDA. Let's see if we see more fireworks here right here, Boiler.
I think we're going to see it. Lazy Colt isn't going backwards except just a few steps to try to lure him in, and he's going to step forward again. So expect some more slanging of leather in there. I think, really, RDA is such a tough guy, and he's taking some damage, but Lazy Colt, if he plays his cards right, I still think he can win this. I mean, he had a really bad first round, knocked down, I think, 3 times, so that's probably a 10-8. If he plays his cards right, you can knock out Anthony Pettis in particular. Catch him. I don't think he's the toughest of guys. So, that gives some hope on one hand, but also Ninja's got to keep that in mind and be careful too.
Yeah, and you have to think, already off to a good start for Lazy Colt. I mean, he's able to just take his time with these strikes. He's not going into this crazy warfare that Silent Ninja is going for. I mean, we see Silent Ninja, he went for the question mark kick, he's going for these front kicks, and they're not really landing. It seems like Lazy Colt is doing this patient pressure where he's trying to attack his opponent with these overhands, trying to break up the body shots. But right now, if he goes in these trade opportunities, this is where Showtime Pass actually looks the best. Silent Ninja looks for these trades attempts, while Lazy Colt, he needs to just stand back and just pick his shots. He gets a nice overhand, and that's what he needs to do more of.
No, and he was fighting at his pace, and then he fell into Ninja's game and started to lose those exchanges inside. So he needs to go back to what he was doing in the first part of this round, and not what he's just been doing the last minute and a half, which is getting caught. But he does have him up against the cage, even though he just took a big spinning kick to the body. So Colt, I mean, he's running a little low on time. There are only 3 rounds in this fight, but I think he needs to keep fighting at his pace and try to be methodical and not panic.
Yeah, you have to think, he's getting hit in the body a lot, and oh, a vicious rock, landing, to the body of Silent Ninja. He tries to go for a flying knee, but he's out of range, and that's going to lose a lot of stamina for Lazy Colt, but a good start. Oh, both guys go for flying knees, and it lands for Lazy Colt. Lazy Colt finally finding the momentum. He is pressuring his opponent. He needs to watch out, because we know that Silent Ninja, he's going to go for these crazy shots. He can't get overzealous. He needs to be patient. And there it is, a crucial mistake. He tries to go for a head kick. And again, a rock back in the situation. And that might have lost Lazy Colt all the momentum and probably gave Silent Ninja this round again with 30 seconds left, Boiler.
Oh, man. Lazy Colt. We just got rocked again. Lazy Colt.
Again. Again, and a head kick. Head kick lands. And that is all that she wrote. Silent Ninja able to put it on Showtime in the co-main event as he gets the victory in the Battle of the Vets to defeat Lazy Colt.
That's unbelievable, unbelievable. Well, we're going to call him Spartan Ninja from now on because he's definitely earned that title. Beautiful work by Mr. Ninja there. Hey, just as I said, Lazy Colt was still in the fight, and he hurt Ninja badly. The Spartan Ninja able to get his stuff together and just, man, when they were firing away, he wasn't worried. He just kept slinging that pressure and counter striking, and beautiful work. The head kick. Wow.
Absolutely. I mean, you have to think that whole fight was madness, absolute madness, and when
it's hard to describe.
Like, madness. Ninjas win right here.
I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. It was just like 5, 6, 7 knockdowns back and forth. Wow. It was fun to announce.
It was such a good start, and then it went back and forth, and then Lazy Colt was able to get back in. But again, he kind of fell into the trap, got out of his game plan. Yep. He was going to try to knock him out. I mean, he was going for the gusto, but his game plan was just to sucker his opponent in and make him go for the crazy shots and then punish him that way. But from the body shots and the head kicks and then just the automatic blitz that Spartan Ninja was doing, it looked like it was a good maneuver for him. And I mean, that possibly could have been our fight of the night right there. I mean, with 1 fight to go, it's looking really, really good.
That's definitely a top contender. That's definitely a top contender. Definitely top contender. Just like you said, Lazy Colt, when he was operating at like 75, 80% throttle, I felt like he was at his optimum pace. When he went too hot, when he revved that engine, was getting caught with some big strikes. When he pulled back too much, he was getting pieced up. So I felt like if Lazy Colt could have kept it right in that spot, he could have won. Very, very difficult to do, especially against a veteran like Spartan Ninja. So super fun fight. I think that's definitely a favorite for fight of the night. We'll find out at the end here after this main event, Kingsley.
Absolutely. As you said it, Boiler, ladies and gentlemen, live on Twitch and on YouTube, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. Is your 5-round main event matchup for potential ESFL fighters, possibly Irishness versus BeerBongs and BMWs. Love and by the way. These guys are looking incredible on the scouting report. They're relatively new, but they have a high, huge potential. And I think on the it said extreme potential. So these guys know how to put on a good showing.
It does. And this is from Midwest himself, the man of the IXC. Quote, BeerBong is a promising IXC talent, and not only that, I see him moving into the ESFL very soon. So Midwest doesn't want to lose a prospect like BeerBong, but he knows you gotta let the caged bird fly if he's worth it. We're gonna find out with BeerBong if he's got that skill, but Irishness coming at him. His goal, put his training club Easy Work on the map. So this is a new camp. Easy Work, put it on the map. Irishness, his style comes from his background in boxing, loves to use the jab and lots of feints. He's brand new to this whole competitive scene and pumped to fight. So Irishness ready to go. Real quick, Beerbong, they've already fought before. Beerbong says he's not going to give up shots to his body as easily as last time. He's going to protect his body and show improvement. So here we go, Kingsley.
We're already seeing some crazy maneuvers. We saw a head kick get slipped easily by Beerbongs. Beerbongs in the red gloves, and easy Irishness in the blue gloves using a Max Holloway pick. This is your main event, ladies and gentlemen. If you have Beerbongs, I want to see a 1 in the chat, but if you have Irishness taking it all and making it look easy for his camp, I want to see a 2 in the chat. I want to get you guys thoughts on who you think is going to win this 5-round war. And when you think about this 5-round war, I mean, we already saw Beerbongs. He has the right strategy. He's going for these takedowns. He's trying to get them. He's trying to make his opponent miss and use all that stamina, because Max Holloway, he has so much of that stamina, so he could go all 5 rounds. But it's up to Irishness to land these shots, and already we're just seeing some good strikes landing to the body for Irishness, and already a head kick landing very viciously. Oh, but a vicious rock, a double uppercut, but a whip to the head kick. Already fast and fierce, call the bolt Vin Diesel, as we're already having some fireworks in this main event here, Boiler.
Woo, buddy, I had about 3 or 4 to talk about. Each time I had something teed up, something else crazier happened in the fight, and continued. That's the theme for tonight. Just wars and massive amount of action. So they're going back and forth. We got 5 rounds. I don't think we're going to see it.
You might not even say it, because war wasn't really good for amazing fights in the Action Avenue in the IXC fight card, and already we're just seeing some crazy strikes, uppercuts landing for Irishness. Irishness is doing really good at just attacking the body and just changing up his levels, but Beerbongs, he's looking really good. I'm surprised he's not using much of those leg kicks to just disrupt the opportunity of this opponent right here. He's going for these body shots, but not really the leg shots. Are you surprised by that, Boiler?
I am, but hey, you know, we're looking at a fight like this, anything can happen. When the main event, you have a plan. As soon as you make contact with the enemy, that plan changes, let alone if you get hit in the mouth. So, hey, he's finding what might be working for him now. Looks like BeerBongsAnBmws really hurt. He's really hurt.
Another rock. Vince's rock into the head kick, and that stamina is low compared to his opponent. And you have to think, he was supposed to have a lot of those head kicks, and now he's getting hit with constant strikes, and he can't use much. And now a good leg check kick from Irishness. Irishness looking really good. He's able to check, he's able to rock his opponent, and as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the first round right here, this, a rock back. Oh my goodness, God. I couldn't even say that in time, because that was crazy. Beerbongs able to get a rock in the last ongoing seconds of that first round right there. This is shaping up to be a crazy next round that we have right here, Boiler.
Great work by BeerBongsAnBmws. I was just about to say he was getting whooped on a bit and taking a lot of knees to the body. His stamina was going down precipitously, but way to finish that first round. Get that knockdown, even out that stamina a little bit. Take a little more damage off Max's chin, health. But Beerbongs took a lot of damage still. I think he's in trouble. He needs to end it. He didn't fight like he did at the end of the round, not most of the first round.
And we'll see in the second round right here. We're already in the thick of things, and we're already seeing a vicious combination landing from Irishness. Oh, but a vicious uppercut landing, rocking his opponent, Beerbongs on the back foot again, getting another rock. But Irishness, he needs to be careful. He needs to not take this for granted. He has a blockade and a head health so low, and we see Beerbongs trying to rush in on his opponent, but not really good. Trying to break it up a little bit. He gets a nice front kick for his troubles. Have his opponents back to the cage. Tries to land a head kick combination again for Irishness. Irishness doing it again, but again, another combination. These combinations are going fast and furious, and I can't keep up with it, Boiler. This has been insane so far.
Kingsley, if you can't keep up with it, if you can't keep up with it, no one can keep up with it. Trust me. It's not easy to announce these type of fights, but there's so much good action. It's fun as heck. Well, I'll try my best at it. Let's see. We got Beerbongs. I mean, look at his head health. It is pretty bad, but he is bulky. He's tough as heck. Could bring a lot of pain too, but I think I would be worried, because in the long run, especially, he's hurt bad. Irishness got him.
Gets punished, and that could be all in a row. Irishness gets this with a vicious 1-2 into the face of that front kick to get the victory in the main event. Not even 5 rounds. All it took was 2, and we saw it in the tea leaves as those front kicks and those 1-2s were landing so well for Irishness as he puts his easy camp on the map right there, Boiler.
Easy work, Camp. I'm not going to say it was easy work for this fight, but he put in some work and he did some work. Great job. That was the antidote to Volkanovski. I've had a lot of trouble against Volk in this game, but what he just put on as Max Holloway and using some of that reach, really working the body, using that length, making him miss and just being everywhere at once. Great work by Irish. Man, beers, bongs, and BMWs. Don't give up, though. You can still make it to the ESFL, and you still got a great opportunity for some good fights here in the IXC. You were game. You're a survivor. You were bringing the pain, fighting back. But, I mean, Irishness, just so much talented striking there. Very nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw the potential of both of these guys full out in display. Beerbongs, he tried to use a lot of his stamina, and that kind of went to his detriment, especially against Max Holloway. But Irishness, I mean, if he's able to fight another one on these IXC cards, or maybe the matchmakers from the ESFL are looking and say, okay, we want to bring you along, I would not be surprised at all, because he looks like he has the potential to fight on a prelim fight on the ESFL Saturday cards. I mean, he looked really good out there. I mean, it was a good showing, and I would love to see what these guys do next. But I think, Boiler, we got a little news in the back on who's going to get the performance of the night right here, Boiler. What do you got for us?
Man, this is awesome. Look, guys, you could finally make some real money with performances like we saw tonight. $50 goes to both fighters in the fight of the night. And Kingsley, straight from Midwest himself, says Canayo and Shells. Congratulations, Canayo and Shells. Fight of the night, $50 each, US dollars. Hey, man, you can tell mama you made some money playing UFC.
50 G's, Dana, 50 G's, but this time it's $50. But again, I mean, when you look at all these fights, I mean, Canayo versus Shells, that was an incredible matchup. I mean, there was a lot of top contenders. I mean, by the time, like, from the first fight to the sixth fight, it looked like all of these could be potential fight of the night, but only one had to take it. And both fighters, Canayo and Shells, are going to get $50 each, which is amazing to see that they won that purse. I mean, good showing from all these guys. I'm sure they're going to get the next performance of the night bonus next time that we have these. But again, when we look back at this whole fight card, Boiler, I mean, Canayo, Chelsea, okay, that's the fight, but all of these fights look absolutely amazing. It was non-stop pace, non-stop action at the Action Avenue. So it was relative that it's now synonymous. I mean, it was a perfect match between this fight card and Action Avenue.
All green lights on the Action Avenue. Had a drag race on the strip today. Look, I think we've been live less than 1 hour. We got 6 fights. That's an incredible amount of action. All of them were fun. No decisions, nothing even close to decision. So, look, if you like this and you know someone that enjoys UFC 4 and maybe doesn't know about ESFL, show them this card. I think they will really enjoy it and maybe come back to ESFL for future events, whether IXC or otherwise. So this is a banner card in terms of action. Lots of fun.
Yeah, I mean, as I've been saying, it's getting better and better. I mean, back in the day, we didn't have fight of the night performances $50 to give out to people, and then we're gonna have even other more prizes in the future. So you definitely want to be in the Discord. You definitely want to follow the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. You'll definitely want to subscribe to that because there's gonna be bigger purses on the line and there's gonna be bigger things. So you're gonna see even better competition, and maybe you could be part of that if you put the time in and you put the practice in and you show that you could be one of the few that are deserving for an opportunity like this. I mean, it's definitely up for the taking. So you definitely want to be a part of it. I mean, IXC no doubt put on an amazing card tonight here, Boiler. And if you could make a performance like this, I guarantee you can make your way up to the ESFL. So I'm excited to see what's going to be happening in the future.
For sure, man. Like I've said before, it's a great time to be a UFC franchise player, especially now that we got 10 more years with EA. Maybe you're not a huge fan of EA, but I think that stability is important and is a really good thing for this franchise moving forward. Regardless, it's also a great time to be a fan. So even if you're not that good at UFC or don't even really play it that much, I mean, watching this stuff's fun. The drama's fun if you get in with some of the fighters. We got bad blood competitions these days, some trash talk. So really expanding a lot of different directions. So even if you're just a fan, even if you're just a fan, it's a good time.
It's always a good time, and there's going to be bigger things in the future that we wish we could tell you, but you're going to have to wait a little bit and just stick around and stay tuned because it's going to get better and better. But speaking of better things in the future, again, Saturday is when we're going to be live again here on YouTube and on Twitch. That's going to be our ESFL Saturday card where one of our ESFL titles are going to be on the line, and also that's gonna be at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, hosted by Balian and Bruce Lee Rob. And again, next Wednesday is when we have another one of our affiliate leagues ready to go. It's gonna be Primetime MMA that are gonna be taking up the affiliate league for ESFL Network on next week Wednesday. So definitely be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be a lot of amazing stuff. So, Boiler, any last words?
Ah, man, that was awesome card. I might even go back and just rewatch some of it, to be honest, because there was so much good stuff that I wanted to talk about that just got lost with the next piece of action, the next piece of action. So, very fun, very quick, very efficient. Guess I'll go out, maybe even start playing a little UFC myself tonight, or just relax with the wife or something. Quick night, tons of action. That's how I like it.
Absolutely. It was a quick night of action, but we had fun nonetheless. Again, that has been Boiler. You can follow us at King AHTK Boiler 569. Shout out to Tur for doing production and Midwest for putting on an amazing card. And everyone that constantly helps us out, and everybody in the mods in the chat for helping us out to keeping those chats positive and clean as always. And I have been Kingsley. That has been Boiler. This has been the ESFL and the ESFL Network. We bid you adieu, and we'll see you at the next fight night. Have a good one, guys.